We're sitting inside of a 2012 Mercedes-Benz C350 model, and this is the original car stereo display that comes in the vehicle from factory. Now this is the new DMP Car Design 12.3-inch Android smart stereo and navigation display. Now this screen is also offered in 10.25-inch display, and it's made for dozens of model vehicles from Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Lexus, and Porsche. Now this display is perfect for giving the look and the feel of a newer generation vehicle on the interior of your car, and on top of that, the new Android stereo is also loaded with an enhanced entertainment system with tons of new features that your original radio doesn't offer. Aside from that, you'll also get to keep all of the original functions that the original radio features, including the steering wheel controls like adjusting the volume, the command knob here to change songs and navigate, and even access to the original car radio display, as well as the rear backup camera and the satellite radio function. Now we've taken you over to our website just to show you the drop-down menu of all the different models we have. Now this listing is specific to Mercedes-Benz. As you see, we have CLAs, GLAs, CLS classes, E classes, plenty of models, but we do have several other listings for makes of cars. So if you have a BMW, Lexus, and whatnot. Now we're scrolling through the description here on our site. We have plenty of useful information, including pictures, videos, and a full description. We are a dealer based in the United States, so we do offer warranty and lifetime support on your new stereo screen. So if you do need anything, always feel free to reach out to us. And as we take you through here, we're going to show a couple of images. The left is the before, the right is the after. This is on a CLA Mercedes. Coming over to another C-Class, you see the left before and the right is the after image. Here we have BMW 3 Series and 5 Series. You see the screen is much bigger, and it really freshens up the car and gives a newer generation feel to the interior of the vehicle. Here's a BMW 6 Series, and here we have several different Audi models. Again, that bigger screen is really going to freshen up the look and give you a lot more new features. Here we have another set of Audis, and to finish it off, we have the Porsche. Now before we go ahead and boot up the radio, you can see the reflective gloss screen on the radio, which really blends into the interior of the vehicle nicely whenever the screen is turned off. Really gives an OEM feel to the radio itself, so it doesn't look out of place once you've got it installed and replaced for the OEM that originally is there. Now I'm going to go ahead and boot up the stereo here just so we can dive into the features. First thing you'll notice is that Mercedes-Benz boot up logo. You do have the ability to customize exactly what logo you want it to be. If you want it to be the AMG version, maybe you want to upload your own, you do have flexibility when it comes to that. Then you see the Android logo, and then it's going to start up the stereo. Now on the internals of the stereo system, you have 64 gigs of RAM. 64 gigs of memory, 4 gigs of RAM. You have a nice Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, and you have this beautiful HD touchscreen display. The stereo does have a memory, so it booted up here. It's going to open the last app that I had open. We'll head over to the home screen just so that we can show you a little bit about it. So this is our home screen. It's where we're going to have control over all of the apps and programs that we have installed. So first thing I want to go ahead and do is head over to our settings. I'm going to take us to our internet connection. We're going to turn this on, and I'm going to connect to the internet. This is just so that I can show you all of the features that you do have access to, so that we're not restricted with a lack of internet. When it comes to internet, you do have a couple of ways of achieving that. Easiest way is with a Wi-Fi network at home or business you can connect to. But a more practical way, if you are out on the road and you want to have internet connection, you can use a phone, turn a hotspot on, pair it, and that's going to give you internet access so you can stream movies, videos, music while you're on the road. Or you can also buy yourself a SIM card with a data plan, plug it directly into the stereo system, and that's going to give you access to the internet while you are on the road as well. Now, first thing I want to head over to show you is the apps. The apps is really where you get the most flexibility on your new Android stereo system. This is where we have all of our downloaded apps, and this is the Play Store. It's the Google Play Store, so you have access to all of the apps you normally would on your standard Google Play Store. Here we have our Spotify, our Waze, ESPN, TikTok. If you want to download like HBO, Facebook, Netflix, anything like that, you will have access to any of those apps. Just to give you an example, I'll head back over to our downloaded apps. I'll open up YouTube. We can go into video search, pull up our YouTube channel, and head over to our latest YouTube video. And just like that, you are able to stream whatever content you want, real entertaining for passengers on long road trips, or for yourself if you're trying to browse something. So we'll get out of that, move back over to the home screen, and we'll take you into the navigation. Now the navigation, this is going to open up Google Maps. That's what we currently have it attributed to, but if you prefer Waze or other mapping services, you can always program this navigation button to open whatever app you would like it to. So going back here, you see very responsive. You can plug in whatever address you want. It gives you the exact directions, just like it would on a nice smartphone. By the way, this touch screen is very responsive. There's no input lag on it. It feels something like a new iPhone or a new Android device would. So it gives you a great experience in terms of the smoothness when you are navigating through the stereo. Next application we'll jump into is the music. Again, just like the icon for the navigation, you can program whatever app you want it to open. So here you can put Spotify, Apple Music, anything like that. You can download your music directly from the app that you use, or if you want to stream it, you can do that as well. Moving on to telephone, this is where we're going to sync up our phone to Bluetooth. I don't currently have mine paired, but once you do, you'll be able to use this to dial phone numbers, access your contacts, play music from your phone onto the stereo system. All that good stuff you'll be able to manage through this icon here. Next up, we have our NTG menu. Now this is an interesting one. It's going to give you access to the original stereo display on the OEM screen of your Mercedes. So if you do want to tweak a setting or mess with whatever it might be that you're trying to gain access to, you will be able to do that from this menu here. Also, if you do decide to use the original rear view camera, when you put your vehicle into reverse, the new Android screen is going to take you back into this OEM screen so that you can see the rear view camera here. Moving on, we have our settings. Settings, this is going to give us a lot of different options to change the volume, if we want to tweak how it sounds, if we want to change the language, the time, the system info, anything like that. We'll be able to do that all from this settings app here. Next up is video. If you save any videos here directly onto your Android stereo, here's where they're going to come out and be displayed. So you'll get a nice crystal clear image. If you do decide to save some video here rather than streaming it, you'll be able to do that. Next up, we have our apps. We did already browse through here. This is where you'll find anything you have downloaded. Phone link, this is another interesting one. This is going to give you access directly to your phone by mirroring the screen. So this is just going to be for screen mirroring. It's going to allow you to view whatever content you have on your Android or iPhone device onto your car stereo screen. Moving on there, we have our dashboard. Here, this is basically going to be some gauges that show you your speed. You can have it in miles per hour or kilometers per hour. And you'll also have an RPM screen here, so you can see if you have a passenger in the vehicle and you just want them to see the speed you're going at, or you just want to have a second display for your gauges. Great way to do that. You can change the color, customize it how you'd like. Another interesting feature here, if you move the AC, you want to adjust the level of AC, it's going to come up with a small display here and show you exactly what level you have it to, show you the outside temperature, give you a couple of different pieces of information down there. So just another cool integration, makes it really feel like the stereo is part of the vehicle and it is an integrated OEM. So nice feature there. And lastly, we have our DVR section. This, if you have a dash cam, anything like that that you may want to manage, you'll be able to open up this app and it's going to give you easier access so you can view the video you have recorded or manage the device in general. Our passenger is going to give a little demonstration while we're riding here on the road on the ease of use of using the actual navigation and the Android stereo system in general. So here we open up our maps, we go into our split screen mode, and we'll also have our music open on the opposite side, and we'll go ahead and start playing it. So here we have both apps going at the same time, and you can even switch into video mode if you'd like with the app that we're using. It's called YouTube Music. You do have this feature. So we got the video and the maps going together. If you want to go into full screen mode, just like that, you'll just swipe over to the side and it's going to go into the full screen. Going back home here, we'll do a little demonstration on the Prime Video, just to show you that you can stream movies and shows. We're going to drag it into a split screen mode as well. You can see how it works. We like putting our maps on the driver's side just so the maps are closer to the driver and the actual entertainment is closer to the passenger seat. And there you have it. We'll close this little information window, and if you ever want to go into the full screen mode, you just slide it over to the side just like that again. And lastly, we're going to go into our dashboard here where you can see the speed in either miles per hour or kilometers per hour, also the revolutions of the engine. So if you'd like to have a second display like that, or you want your passenger to be able to check your speed out, it's a great way of doing it. And you can also go into the sport mode, which shows the color a little more aggressively. Okay guys, that is a full review on the DMP Car Design 12.3 inch Android screen. You saw we had a ton of features on the inside. It gives the car a lot of new things that you can mess with, entertain your passengers, entertain yourself. We do have them available for lots of different cars: Audis, Porsches, Lexus, Mercedes, BMW. So we got a lot of different models that we can work with. If you are interested, you may have any questions for us regarding the radio itself, you can always give us a call at 786-242-5400. You can find the product on our website at www.accessoryinternational.com. And like I said, if you have any questions for us, always feel free to reach out. And thank you so much for tuning in today.